Sleep improvement primarily stems from specific actions you incorporate into your daily routine and through the control of external influences known to impact sleep. Let's start with actions we can include in our daily routine. These include bedtime routines, meditation, naps, physical activity, time management, and steps you can take when you can't fall asleep. Many of us are familiar with having a bedtime. This may sound very basic, but we shouldn't underestimate a consistent routine. A good, consistent sleep schedule that involves regularly waking up and going to bed at the same time every day have been pointed to by Harvard Health, the National Institute of Neurological Disorder and Stroke, and the National Sleep Foundation, as well as other reputable organizations, as being a key component to improving your relationship with sleep. It's also important to replace mentally stimulating activities like complex planning, scrolling social media, and emotionally stimulating conversations up to an hour or two prior to the time you plan to go to sleep. Replacing mentally stimulating activities with activities that relax your body and mind will promote sleep. Some helpful ideas are journaling, meditation, taking a warm shower or bath, reading, enjoying an herbal tea, gentle stretching, or even a light snack to promote sleep like low-fat yogurt or veggies with hummus. Studies on the benefits of meditation have increased as mindfulness practices have become more popular in the West. When it comes to sleep specifically, studies suggest mindfulness meditation, which involves focusing on something like breath, sound, or body sensation and bringing your attention back to that focus area when your mind wanders, helps to create new neural pathways that increase your capacity to calm your mind. In turn, this can create a relaxation response, aiding your sleep. When it comes to naps, it's helpful to come back to circadian rhythm, which we hit on in part 1 of this sleep series. Not only does this natural internal sleep clock play a role in letting us know when we're due for a long snooze, it also creeps up around 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. for many people. You could say the Latin cultures really hit the nail on the head when they created a culturally accepted space for this natural rhythm we all experience. That space they created is called siesta. We know from research that the ideal nap would allow for one sleep cycle to occur. So that would be between 90 and 120 minutes. These longer naps can help boost our brain's ability to make new connections and solve creative problems. In American culture, this can be a challenge if you don't have a flexible schedule. The good news is, we also know from research that the 20-minute power nap can work wonders to not only give us the boost of energy we need to finish our day, but it can aid us in our motor learning skills like typing. So go ahead and invest in that camping hammock so you can take a snooze during the second half of your lunch break. The trick is to be consistent about your nap schedule. Make it 30 minutes or less, use an eye mask to keep it dark, and keep a blanket handy so you'll be warm enough as your body temperature drops when you sleep. Beyond the health benefits physical activity can provide for our many body systems and its role in preventing disease, it is also helpful for the quality of your sleep and the duration of your sleep. The National Sleep Foundation has found that just 10 minutes of exercise can be the start to sleep improvement. Just think what the recommended 30 minutes of moderate exercise per day for an adult can do for you. You may be noticing that many of the activities that promote good sleep start long before bedtime. Learning and implementing good time management skills is a part of your sleep hygiene too. Time management helps us to implement some of the other action items we've mentioned and manage our external influences well. It also keeps us from cramming in last-minute work, study, and social commitments that infringe on our sleep schedules. Learning to prioritize your schedule can have a much bigger impact on your life beyond getting more accomplished each day. Reality is, even when we implement good sleep hygiene, everyone has those challenging nights where they just struggle to sleep well. And that's why our 6th action is knowing a set of 5 do's and don'ts for when you can't fall asleep. These come from the University of California's Santa Barbara's Sleep Challenge. First, do not check the time. Second, Do get up and engage in a relaxing activity if you think you've been awake for more than 20 minutes. If you feel you will be more successful staying in bed, try propping yourself up with pillows or bending your knees in a 90-degree angle. Experiment with opening your eyes or even sitting up fully and removing your blankets. The idea here is to try and remove the emotional pressure of trying to force sleep by acting in a way that acknowledges that your body doesn't want to sleep. Ideally, whether getting out of bed or staying in bed and implementing these suggestions, you will begin to feel drowsy and be able to fall asleep again. Third, do not engage in a stimulating activity. Fourth, do not try and force yourself back asleep. Try imagining doing something relaxing, like laying in a hammock on a beach or on a relaxing vacation. Maybe you imagine getting a massage. Let your mind walk through what is relaxing about your vacation or massage. Are you breathing deeply? Is the massage making you sleepy because you are so relaxed? How does the breeze of the ocean or the massage pressure feel on your skin? And our fifth action is do explore options that might help you back to sleep. Some of these may include sound machine, a sleep app that has soundscapes, sleep stories, or sleep meditations. If you've never had an opportunity to try a sleep meditation or sleep story, you'll have the opportunity to give those a try in part 4 of this sleep series. Make sure to subscribe so you can catch the rest of this 5-part series on sleep. See you next time, and in the words of Anne Bronte, I love the silent hour of night, for blissful dreams may then arise, revealing to my charmed sight what may not bless my waking eyes. The Facts of Life is a program by the University of Georgia Extension, an equal opportunity affirmative action veteran disability institution. Research-based resources referenced in and related to this episode of Facts of Life can be found in the episode notes and description information. The views and thoughts expressed in this video podcast are the speaker's own and do not necessarily represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the University of Georgia or the guest organizations and/or employers. The material and information presented here is for general information purposes only. The University of Georgia name, as well as those of guest organizations and all forms and abbreviations, are the property of its owner, and its use does not imply endorsement of or opposition to any specific organization, product, or service. These are the Facts of Life. Thanks for joining us. Check out our website at factsoflife.extension.uga.edu. That's FACS of life.extension.uga.edu.